After Brad pointed out, I spent a little time with the Evolve iOS app.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. What is that?
It's a match 3 puzzle game like Puzzle Quest from the makers of WWE Supercard.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, it's the
Really?
same studio did it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
What
as
is
you-
Cat Daddy?
Yeah.
Cat Daddy.
But like there are points in there where you're supposed to be able to unlock things in main Evolve,
Yeah.
the main game, from that app, and it's like you bought some of them and I bought some, and it's like progress towards getting 2% accuracy. Like it's very unclear as to what the actual benefit is from playing that rather poor iOS game.
How do you fuck that up?
That thing is, don't forget that thing is.
You fucked that up by like everyone, like there are a zillion Puzzle Quest knockoffs these days.
Right.
The bar has been raised. And this game, it's like you have your 4 abilities or 4 sets of abilities because you have the 4 characters. But the balance of it seems to be shifted in favor of like, well, we would like it if people paid some real money to buy boosts.
Yeah, because that thing is rotten with free-to-play microtransaction type stuff.
Yeah, so it seems like it is pushed in that direction.
It's
a
like,
little bit.
you should pay 99 cents right now to restore everybody to full health.
Okay.
No,
Stuff like that.
no, I don't.
I'm making that up, but that's, it's similar.
It's stuff like
that's
that.
the
but
spirit of it.
That's not. I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah.
Not for like a companion app. The companion app should be the sort of thing that shouldn't have any of that shit in it, because it should be a free thing that is like, hey, you're going to get some benefit, and please buy our main game. It should be like the thank you for buying our $60 product. Here's something you can use to level up a little more quickly. Or you could be playing this because we shipped it 2 weeks before the main game to get a leg up on the competition. Oh God, please pre-order our game today. Like, it should be a marketing thing, not like a cost, like a revenue generator unto itself. I think it's super crass.
Yeah, I agree.
In a game that people have been like widely targeting as being super crass with its additional content.
I'm of two minds on that stuff. Have you guys kept up with that?
The DLC stuff?
Just the huge hubbub around
I went and looked at what they're actually selling.
Yeah,
And it doesn't
I
look
did
that much
too.
different than a fighting game,
So there's the season pass,
which gets you like more characters.
which is
It's all
actually
characters.
more characters, like
Yeah.
gameplay stuff.
Yeah, which that's fine.
right.
Like I said, fighting games sell characters after the fact all the time. It's not perfect, but
So like the big headline that generated all the outrage last week was like oh, Evolve's like big deluxe edition doesn't get you this $130 of DLC or whatever it was. Like it was like, here's all this DLC that you have to pay for no matter what, and it's all like weapon skins and monster skins and stuff like that.
it's all
like,
cosmetic.
completely
All the
irrelevant
separate stuff is cosmetic.
cosmetic stuff, which is insane. But like on the other hand, if you want to make the argument that base Evolve does not have enough monsters and enough hunters in it, like I'll totally listen to that argument.
The other part of their argument is they say that all the maps will always be free.
Yes, there is that.
Which I guess that's something. We don't know how many maps they intend to make, so that could be jack shit.
I mean, looking at in the game, it's not like hurting for maps out of the gate from what I saw.
Yeah. And it seems like it has enough character. I don't know. I don't like Evolve enough to care about any of this.
Well, I
like
kind of do. I think there's something there. It's kind of fun, I think.
But at the same time, like, when you say like here's $100 edition of the game, which they had on Steam, like the Monster Pack or whatever, that was like
I think that one was even more than
plus
that.
season pass. It was $99.99.
Didn't they have like a $140 or $130 one? I thought they had like the PC Monster Race one.
Maybe
Yeah, that was the $100 one. I think.
Oh,
It might have
okay.
been like
Fine.
on sale for pre-order.
Understandably, we've all lost track of all the fucking
Yeah.
SKUs
Exactly,
around this
yeah.
game.
And
There's
it's
a spreadsheet going around that's just
I believe
staggering.
it. I believe it.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, man. Like it's frustrating that this stuff happens. At the same time, like if they want to sell a bunch of dumb cosmetic shit, like go for it. Who fucking cares? Like we need to get to a point where people stop feeling like they need to own 100% of everything for a game unless they really, really, really like it.
Yeah.
And then in that case, maybe spend the money if you really like it. I don't know, but fucking skins. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but where I do have a
shit's
concern
garbage.
is
Don't buy it.
look at what they put on the disc. It's 12 hunters and 3 monsters, right? And you get 1 monster and 4 hunters out of the gate, and it takes fucking forever to get to any more of that stuff. Like you have to play a ton of matches
You're right,
with
yeah,
the assault guy to get the next assault guy. It's like you ship this game and
Well, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because
Well-
it seems like the ramp is so slow that you could argue that like it makes if they had an ability to unlock some of that stuff, like people would potentially pay it.
I mean, that's the concern, though. Did they artificially inflate the amount of time it takes to get the new stuff to make it feel like the game has more value? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, they control all those numbers. Absolutely.
Right. Like
yes.
they shipped the game and locked 2/3 of the gameplay variety behind this insanely slow progression.
obstacle.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with the DLC or the payment options per se. I just think that's a bad choice to make. I think that's poor design.
I don't know. To me, cynically, I look at that and go like, well, they thought maybe the amount of content here was questionable, so they've artificially extended out how long you'll be playing the game to get to the later stuff.
But I think that's more likely to lead to a case where the people that are on the fence about that sort of thing would just stop.
I think I would play it less if it was a quick ramp to unlock everything, because it is a fairly slow ramp, but I really like unlocking those new hunters. So when I see that, like, oh, I need to start using my arc mines more to unlock the next assault guy or whatever, I really want to get to Lazarus, I like seeing that progress. At the end of every match, I like seeing how close I'm getting to the next one, and if it all unlocked real quick, I don't know if I'd feel pressured to play more.
It seems like maybe like that's a weird way, because you have to level up every single one of your weapons to unlock the next guy.
Yeah.
Fucking arc mines suck.
Yeah.
The idea that you would have to go in and try to use them as much as possible to level them up would seems at some point like to be a detriment to your team.
I typically...
And I can't, maybe I haven't played enough to like speak to the balance that say that for certain. But in my experience, the arc mines have not been my first choice of weapon.
Or even if they're useful, like maybe you just don't like using them,
Yeah.
Like having to use all the abilities when some of them may not be really to your taste.
It's that Call of Duty thing where, there was a while there that like it got to like, well, you have these weapon challenges to unlock this stuff, and like, okay, well, now I need 100 pistol kills, so I'm going to go into every game with this pistol, and even though it's not the best way to play, I need to get this stuff. That's why they don't have multiplayer achievements in Call of Duty games, because it encourages people to do dumb shit and not play well. So, like it's sort of, that's somewhat related, I guess I would say. I don't know.
Have you unlocked any new characters?
Yeah.
Which ones do you have?
I've got, as far as the monsters, I've got the Kraken, and then I've got Lazarus on the medic. I've got the second assault guy. I think his name is Markov, or maybe that's the first one.
Markov is the main.
I've got the second assault guy.
The pyro guy with the...
Yes, I have that guy. And I'm about to unlock the robot guy on the, is it support? Or I think it's support. But yeah, there's the robot guy named Buster or Bouncer or something.
I do love, like, the intro to the game, just this fucking motley crew of, like here's every walking cliche we could think of to stuff into the spaceship, It's like, like here's your Australian big game hunter with the handlebar, or like, walrus mustache. Like, here's your crazy pyro guy that just wants to burn everything. Like,
somebody's got a cigar, I'm sure.
Yeah, somebody has a cigar, like, that was
they
fun.
All have them, actually.
That was fun.
But you have to pay $2.99 to get the cigar add-on. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like the DLC conversation's been going on for as long as there's been DLC. At some point, like you have to look at it. Well, I don't know. I look at it as an extension of expansions for PC games when they would sell these $40 add-ons that were often not worth the money. Sure. At least now it's piecemeal in a way that like you can get the things you might actually want to use instead of being forced to take on all this shit.
But the litmus test for DLC has always been, are you happy with what's
exactly
in the base package?
Totally.
And in this case, I can't say, because 2/3 of it I can't play right now.
Right.
It's like the default assault guy seems cool, but I would love to try the other two and see which one I like the best. But I'll probably never see the third one.
But hey, when they eventually release one more, you could just pay to get that fourth one. Maybe it is kind of sleazy.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't love the way that's
something
structured.
About that game top to bottom just seems really awkward and off to me.
It's kind of a shame, because the base game, like the core concept, is kind of cool.
Yeah,
like it's not unfun.
Maybe it doesn't work as a $60 concept. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
It is indeed.
You just don't understand esports.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's the fuck. Man.
Maybe you should go listen to a few more shoutcasts, and then you'll understand it.
Please, man, we're open source around here. It's Icecast all day long. Yeah, like their attempts to try to like promote this thing as if it was some kind of esports thing before it's even out.
Are they still doing that though? Like they were doing that.
They might have backed away.
They were hitting that pretty hard.
I don't actually know.
At PAX a while back.
Yeah, they had like announcers announcing Evolve matches or something, right? That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, my feeling on that stuff has always been like, let the community decide if this is going to be a viable esport.
Like, do your work. Like, obviously, like, make sure you're making a balanced game, and that everyone benefits from that.
Right.
The casual players to the people, the would-be pros. Like at some point, though, it becomes a matter of like, are you going to devote resources to like a spectator camera that's good, or a announcer position sort of thing that can connect to a game? Just scope that out and do it later if your game takes off. Like, when you launch with all of it, your game looks fucking needy and sad.
Yes, that's an incredibly discerning audience, and they will get turned off super quickly if you're trying to shove it down their throats. Kind of have to let them decide.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep playing Evolve, Dan?
Here and there.
You're not super
I mean,
stoked on
I like
playing
the
it
game.
every night.
I've enjoyed my time playing it, but yeah, it's not gonna be an every night thing by any means.
If you want to group up, I would, like I said, outside of the quick look, I have played it like you said, only played it with randos. So
Yeah, we should try to do someday when people that we know that have it and get a game going.
I feel like we should give it its due in a weird way. It's like I should play this the way it's supposed to be played at least a couple times.
Yeah.
I feel like I got that out of the quick look. I don't know. And then, like hearing Mary talk about it a little bit, and she was talking about like how they seem to be making a whole lot of videos for it over at GameSpot because it's a big release. That's what they do. It sounded like they were maybe getting a little done with it.
Well, burned out.
Yeah.
Even looking at it pre-release, I was like, I don't know if this is going to have legs beyond a month or two, but we will see.